and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble, your astrologer and tarot reader, here with your readings for July the 1st through July the 7th. These readings come in three sections, guys. First the intro, then the astrology report, and then the tarot reading. And there will be skip times if you're checking out your sun, moon and rising in the show more section below. So look out for that. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get all the links to the other videos down there, but check them out. These are general readings, guys. Please don't assume that everything I say here is applicable to you. Just take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you would like a personal, more tailored reading for you, go to my website, and the link to my website is below, and just check out the kind of readings that I offer. Firstly, I want to really apologize for last week. I only got I think it was 8 readings out. And I got some tragic and shocking news. I recently interviewed a wonderful astrologer, Dan First, and we recorded the interview on June the 13th, and we plan to release it on the 1st, right before the eclipse. But unfortunately, he passed away on Sunday, June the 23rd. So I just didn't have it in me to do the readings. I was deeply saddened, and I'm very upset about that loss. Anyway, I'm sorry. Out of respect, I asked his family permission to release it as we agreed upon, the time that Dan and I had agreed upon. He was excited about it. I'm excited about it. It's really a great subject. He was an astrocartographer. So check that out on Sunday night. Sorry, Monday night, Monday the 1st of July. It's 6:15. It'll be released as a premiere, so I will be attending and watching with you, and I can answer questions during it. So a big thank you to Dan's family for allowing me to do that, and honour him, because he was such a lovely soul. So, what else? If you haven't joined my Facebook group, the link is below. Join the Facebook group. Every 2 weeks I do a live at 5, and I do a little astrology, and then afterwards, you know, I have my cards and I answer questions, and we have a great time. So join that group, and I'm doing live at 5 tomorrow. That's Monday the 1st of July, just before the premiere of Dan First's interview. So join me. Without further ado, let's go to your astrology report, shall we? Hello everyone, and welcome to the astrology section of your reading. And so much is happening this week. It is wild and crazy. Starting off on Monday, the 1st of July, Mars, the planet of passion and action and courage, is moving into Leo. Also courage, passion, fire, and open heart. So this is a really big shift in energy, and we're probably feeling it on Sunday. It's like it's about, you know, saying what you mean. It's about being passionate. It's about taking action. It's about moving forward. It's about being heart-centered. And so that's a lovely energy. We just have to be careful. There's, you know, of course, fire, there's 2 sides to passion. You know, fire is that wonderful sensual passion, and then there's that angry passion, right? So we have to be aware of that for some of us. Now, where it happens in your chart depends on how it affects you. If you would like to know more about that and would like a personal reading, you can go to my website and book a reading with me that can give you some more insight on how that will affect you and all the other aspects that are happening this week. Now, the big news is this total solar eclipse in Cancer. And it's very, very powerful. It's you know, it's that Cancer, Capricorn kind of energy that's going to play out through to 2020. Now, this is a beautiful, it's all about our home, right? Because Cancer's about home, it's about nurturing, it's about family, it's about our roots. So it's all about what's going on at home. Now, eclipses are about change. They shake things up. Sometimes there's a little fear there for some of us because the inevitable happens when an eclipse comes into play. And we have this beautiful relationship going on at the same time with Neptune, right? So Neptune is in a trine to this eclipse. And also, this is, you know, a total solar eclipse. So this is a new moon. These are new beginnings. So depending on where it lands in your chart, of course, it's in Cancer. So Cancers are going to feel different. They're going to come out. They're going to be renewed. This is happening in their first house of their identity, who they are. What's happening for them, what's changing within you. You know, it happens with each sign in a different house, so it happens in a different way to each person. Now, we have, you know, it's going to be about relationships for Cancer because we've got Saturn, the planet of lessons, structure, and rules, is opposite. Right? So this is bringing in some, you know, sometimes these lessons aren't pleasant, but they need to happen. They need to happen for us to grow, and we need to grow. So we will be looking at perhaps, or especially Cancers, we'll be looking at relationships. What relationships do we need to repair? What relationships no longer serve for us? What behaviors no longer serve us? What is it that's holding us back? So it's really a time of self-reflection. It's also, you know, a time of taking care of ourselves. Are we getting enough sleep? Are we getting enough nutrients? Are we getting enough exercise? Those kind of things, we need to really look at ourselves, and are we taking care of ourselves during this time? We need to nurture ourselves, right? So eclipses can have a little fear because change, you know, nobody likes change. And so, you know, and things happen in a way sometimes that are disconcerting. But if we can embrace that change and we can really see, it's kind of karmic too, because, you know, Saturn is the Lord of Karma, right? So this is whatever has been at play for a while is going to kind of come out, and we're going to be forced to look at some things about ourselves and about our relationships. Or, you know, if you are a Taurus, it's going to be about finances, you know, and so on. So, you know, Gemini about communication. And so anyway, I'm not going to go into the actual details on each sign, but it is a huge and powerful eclipse. Now, we really need to raise our vibration during this time and really take notice of our internal dialogue, and don't let us criticize ourselves, drop it. If we notice that, we need to change that. We need to have the highest vibration at this time to get us through. And meditation, if you're into it, is wonderful for that, for raising our vibration. Now, the next big thing is on Sunday the 7th, when Mercury stations retrograde. Yes, darling, every summer Mercury goes retrograde, and here it is again. So it is in Leo at the moment, and it is about to backtrack, and by the mid-month I think it'll be in Cancer yet again. This is always a time of reflection, right? When Mercury goes retrograde, it's a time to go in. It's a time to look at ourselves. It's a time to reorganize, regroup, get our ducks in a row. And get all our ducks in a row, because we need to be ready to go forward. It's not like you stop doing anything. You know, Mercury rules electronics. It's the intellect. It's important to look at how we communicate and, you know, reflect on what changes that we can make going forward. Organize, you know, reorganize, you know. Listen, I always say declutter the mind is meditation, right? Declutter your home. You know, do things, work with the energies. When you work with the energy of a planet, you kind of, it's like having a little motor in your back and your, you know, it's like going from a rowboat to a motorboat, right? That's what we want. We want to be propelled by the universe. We want to work with the energies of the universe to get our life forward, to move forward more productively and happily, ultimately happily, right? And we'll be moving up to a lunar eclipse mid-month, and I'll talk about that probably in the next astrological report. So without further ado, guys, let's go to your tarot reading, shall we? Hello, Aries, and welcome to your reading for July the 1st through July the 7th. And I've got the AC on. It might be a little noisy, but it's still hot even with my AC. Oh, this is for Barbara Love. She loves a fan. How does she go? Crack that fan. Okay, let's go to your cards. I'm going to do one last shuffle for you, Aries, my lovely Aries. Mars is on the move, giving you courage to move forward, and that's your ruling planet. You're going to feel that energy, darling, going into your 5th house of romance and creativity, and it's going to be a lovely move for you. Okay, 3 cards for Aries, please. 3 cards for Aries. Oh, 2 more cards for Aries. Your card is come up. 2 more cards for Aries, please. 2 more cards for Aries. Let's go. 1 more card for Aries, please. What wonderful guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Aries for this coming week, for this total solar eclipse in Cancer? Oh, darling. Okay. 1 more card for Aries. There it is. Okay. Lovely. All right. Okay. Now we have the clarifying cards, and I have also shuffled these offline, but I'm going to do it one more time for you guys. I've also put an intention in them. This is for Aries. These are clarifying cards for Aries. Please clarify. Oh, there you go. And please clarify. Oh, there it is. And please clarify. Okay. Oh, here it is. Let's go to your cards, shall we? The first card out is the Temperance card. Then you have the 9 of Swords. Then you have the 3 of Swords. Clarifying the 3 of Swords is the Devil. Then you have the 3 of Cups. And clarifying that is the Queen of Cups. Aries. The first card out is Temperance. This is about balancing and tempering emotions. I'm getting specifically. Look, she's got all the elements around her. She seems to have all the elements except for earth. So she's got fire, water, air, and I don't see any earth in this. So this is about grounding. Look, the thing is, I'm really getting temper your emotions, because, you know, Mars is moving into Leo this week on Monday, tomorrow. You should have this by tonight. And that's a big shift in energy for you. But also with the total solar eclipse, sometimes there's a lot of fear because there's a lot of change going on. So I'm getting emotions because you have the Nine of Swords clarifying the Temperance card. Look, the mantra of the Temperance card is everything in moderation, and I mean everything. You know, it's not just things that we get addicted to, it's just everything. It's work, it's play, it's, you know, your thought process. It's being aware of everything and making sure that you are moderating everything and balancing. Because you've got the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords is the worst case scenario. This is like sleepless nights and worry. And you know, with the total solar eclipse, any eclipses bring in a little fear and a little worry. So we have to be aware of that. We want to raise our vibrations. And I'm telling you, Aries, if you can meditate, you will raise your vibration. Meditation is the antidote for fear. You can't be in fear when you're meditating, because you have this feeling of, well, it's well-being. You have that feeling of being taken care of. So be aware of your thought process and your fears, and change them. Change those negative thoughts with something that's positive. Gratitude. Gratitude will help you through that. Now, you also have the Three of Swords. So this is, some of you are really going to be experiencing some pain, and maybe with a relationship. This is being tied to there's too much attention on the physical realm. There's too much attention on, you know, what's around you. And you're being asked at this time to be more spiritual, because pain is holding on. So there are some changes coming in for you. And when you drop the fear and you can embrace the change, it's not as painful. When the Three of Swords comes in, it's an old pain. You know, I was just thinking about this morning. I was talking to these two ladies that I know that live in my neighborhood, and they're both kind of going through relationship issues. But one's been going through the same thing for years, and she won't, or she can't let go. She won't, or she can't. Maybe she refuses to let go. And she creates what Eckhart Tolle calls the pain body, again and again, by holding on and expecting something. It's like expecting something different. You know, you do the same old thing and you expect something different. That is the, you know, that's the meaning of insanity, right? It's keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. You know, at some point, we have to face the truth. And eclipses are there for us to face the truth. Sometimes painful though that may be, we may need to let go and move on. And it is a time to look at what no longer serves us. And we have to take the blindfolds off. And we really have to look at the truth and release. Because look, this is a couple kind of tied, right? Tied together. It's like, and tied to the devil. And they can't move forward. They're enslaved. Right? It's being enslaved, and that causes pain. We're meant to be free, right? So this may be a time that you have to finally look at something and release it. And it's going to be a good thing, Aries. Don't hang on to, you know, I want to say crap. You know, it stinks. Crap stinks. Let it go. And then you have the Three of Cups. Celebration. Celebrate. Da, 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 da. Anyway, I know I get lost in... I want to sing another song. Stop it, Mary. Will somebody stop me? Look, letting go of this pain and this situation is going to bring you joy. And you just, you know, it's almost, sometimes we're caught up in pain and it's so familiar, it's uncomfortable to let it go. Well, I think now is the time that that's going to happen. It's time to celebrate. It's time to embrace that change. It's time to have fun. It's time to live the life that you were meant to live. Your best possible life. Enjoy. Enjoy this ride. And you've got the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is nurturing, you know. It's nurture yourself. This is coming in because you need to love and nurture yourself. It's very important that you do that, Aries. Put yourself first and really nurture yourself. Do something that makes you feel amazing, whatever that is. If that is going to the spa for the day, getting a manicure, pedicure, even if it's a little tiny thing, do it. You deserve it, darling. You don't need to be in that pain anymore. No, no. You need to be celebrating life because you are worth it. You are worthy. You deserve to have fun, to be loved, to love, and enjoy life. Aries, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video and share it with friends, family on social media. Comment. You know I love comments and I love to interact with you guys. That's what I'm here for. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah. I love you all and I'll see you next week. Or sooner, hopefully.